When entering the Metropolitan Museum of Art, there are a lot of objects and works of arts from different countries that come from different generations and civilizations around the world. In the Department of African Art, the Oceania, and the Americas at the Met, there's an object called the Tipi Model. This Tipi Model belongs to the Blackfoot Tribe of the Great Plains in the United States. For us to learn about this Tipi Model, in particular, we must first learn who are the people of the Great Plains, their values, and cosmological beliefs about the world around us. Also, who are the Blackfoot Tribe, and why did this tribe create the Tipi Model illustrated here? Each tribe in the Great Plains is different, but there are similarities in the way they live their life. In this map, we can see the locations of major tribes of the Great Plains, especially the Blackfoot. Most tribes mentioned in this map lived a nomadic life, which means a life of buffalo hunters, and their life were to follow the buffalo herds. Before the second half of the century, which is before 1850, the buffalo was an important animal in the life of the Great Plains. For the Blackfoot people, the buffalo flesh is called, sorry for the pronunciation, Nita Piowa Sini, meaning real food. The buffalo is mentioned in many myths as a divine being that is taken with care by the people of the plains. The buffalo skin was also used in their day-to-day life. For plain men and women, the buffalo was a primary source of food, clothing, and shelter. There was a great significance to use all the buffalo. The skin of this animal was used for many things, such as lodges, drinking vessels, storage containers, for quilt work and quilt clothing, as well as tipis. Before horses were introduced, dogs were used for transportation, and without the horses, hunting was difficult because there was no fast transportation to catch and kill the buffalo. With the introduction of the horses by Europeans, it became faster to hunt and transport the tipis as well as everything else to their destination. Glass beads were also introduced by Europeans to First Nation people. Glass beads were not the only material used in tipi designs, but also in conjunction with glass beads and colorful pigments. Horsehair was also used for the tipi hide designs, and other buffalo skin and other animal skin hides created for various purposes. In the Great Plains, there was a profound sense of history that was compelled in the buffalo skin and other animal skin hides, especially the deer, the antelope, and the mountain lion. Plain men depicted not only narrative scenes of war on buffalo hide ropes, but also depicted images and dreams and visions, such as the one shown here at the Metropolitan Museum. Now, we understand that tipis are 15 to 20 feet high, and were built by women and designed by women and by men. But by looking at this tipi model at the Met, there is a different purpose to its creation. It is a much smaller tipi, and it is created by Blackfoot men. Great Plains men were known for making tipi models similar to this one, but the designs depicted are different in meaning, and the cosmological beliefs can also be different. Tipi models like this one were created as a prototype in order to have an understanding of what a tipi would be like once created at a larger size. This way, the creator would know what to design and use the skin appropriately. Not only were tipi models made, but also drawings of tipi models were also created. Here we have a drawing called the Underwater Monster. It has a similar top design of circles as the one exhibited at the Met, but the animals and the patterns may have a different meaning. The Blackfoot tribe possessed very few painted lodges, which were owned by only by chiefs. The basic designs on the exterior of Blackfoot tipis were symbols of mountains, prairies, the night sky, the Ursa Major, the Pleiades, the foothills, the sun, the moon, and the morning star. Additionally, the animal representation was also used, such as mountain sheep, buffalo, beavers, and birds like the eagle. According to the Blackfoot Tribe, all animals represented in tipis played the role of a spirit helper or protector of the lodge. The Ursa Major is a group of stars in the northern sky that includes the stars that form the Big Dipper, and the Pleiades are a cluster of stars. The Tipi model displayed at the Met. We can recognize the symbols of the moon, the sun, and the morning star. There is also an animal like the eagle. The man that painted these images might perhaps experience a vision with an eagle, and with that vision, it may also have included the symbols of the sun and the moon. For the Blackfoot people, the sun was a major deity followed by the moon. The morning star represented the child of both the sun and the moon, being that the sun and his wife, the moon, had a son called the morning star. For the Blackfoot people, the sun, the moon, and the morning star are one of the myths that gives them a purpose and definition to the creation of the world and the beginning of their people, the Blackfoot. The sun was an important god that gave success in war, hunting, health, long life, and happiness. Reflecting on the ornaments that this tipi model has, in the Great Plains, tipi ornaments called stars were medallions of quills or beads threaded together, sometimes with dangles made of horsehair or buffalo hide or human hair. This is described in the book called The Tipi Heritage of the Great Plains by Nancy B. Rossoff and Susan Kennedy Seller. On the skin hide of the tipi model illustrated at the Met, we can see 4 beaded medallions threaded together with beads and some horsehair, 2 in each side. We can also see a line from left to right of just threaded dangles with horsehair hanging at the bottom of the tipi. In the book, it mentions that this is a specific placement of medallions represented the 4 directions, which are the north, the south, west, and east. The 4 directions may vary in meaning depending on the tribe. According to The Responsive Eye by Ralph T. Coe, that talks about Native American works of the United States collected and exhibited at the Met, Coe gives a clear definition and a personal input regarding the tipi model. Coe writes that Blackfoot tipis from the northwestern plains were traditionally decorated along the lower rim with images of the sun and the moon, providing instant recognition of a common tribal affinity. The rows of moons along the bottom of the edge of this tipi model conform to that convention. The Blackfoot have a deeply held belief in celestial deities, the sun and his wife, the moon, here represented by the yellow circles in the blue triangles. At the top, a tree-striped rainbow, a yellow sun and yellow, red, and white stars created a realm of light, the beam of which, probably representing a Milky Way, bisects the central field. To the left is a mythical eagle, from whose red head and green body lighting dramatically radiates. This scene is the owner's dream vision, which served to protect the family. The tipi model thus encodes a very personal message displayed for all to see. To use of what is most likely thick buffalo hide indicates that this model probably dates from the end of buffalo days, but before canvas tipis became the standard. Because of its use of native materials including earth paints and an early form of decorative dangle made from wrapped thread, this powerful nostalgic object may be dated to between the late 1860s and 1876, when the Plains Indians were required by the U.S. government to relinquish their free roaming life and submit to the confines of the reservation. This tipi may represent a message of strength, protection, good health for the people of the Blackfoot. The symbols illustrated are seen as tribal representation, so perhaps the Tipi model was one of the many ways that the Blackfoot tribe distinguished themselves from the tribes in the area. The red head and green body, radiating thunder, represented secret power. Regarding why this is, it may not be a clear definition, but there are many myths among various tribes in all of the Americas about the power of a bird or eagle that when flapping its wings, thunder and lightning occurs. The Thunderbird has been used not only among the Blackfoot tribe of the Great Plains, but in other tribes located even in Canada. Although this is a total different way of studying this Tipi model, I want to emphasize that the eagle or the bird with thunder symbolizing the Thunderbird is also depicted in the artistic works of the Kwakawka'wakw tribe located in British Columbia in Canada, which is also called the Northwest Coast. Tipis are not used or made in the Kwakawka'wakw tribe. The people are known for their wood carvings, wood plank houses, the form line designs, and monumental sculptures representing a connection between animals and humans, as well as a transformation of an animal to a human and vice versa. Here we have a Thunderbird or eco-transformation mask, which is part of one of the collections at the Brooklyn Museum. The three-dimensional mask also recognizes a symbol thunder, eagle, or bird, as in the Tipi model illustrated at the Met. According to the Kwakawka'wakw, the symbol of the Thunderbird is also a representation of secret power, a power represented within the realms of the spirit world that communicated with the people of a tribe and the animals that surrounded them. For the Kwakawka'wakw, the Thunderbird descends from the sky to prey on the killer whales, and it is a creature with no enemies in the natural world. This means that the Thunderbird is a powerful being able to protect its people from evil, and since it represents the tribe, it may also represent the tribe as a strong and stable group. The Thunderbird coincides with the Kwakawka'wakw belief of the transformation between human and animal and vice versa, and it reflects that the secret power is passed down to the humans of the tribe in order to protect its people. Similarly, the Tipi model's Thunderbird or eagle bird painted establishes the same concept. For Blackfoot tribe, any animate and inanimate object would possess power. Both cultures, the Kwakawka'wakw and Blackfoot, despite their differences in regional and cultural presentation about the natural world, the Thunderbird or eagle bird with thunder is illustrated as a powerful force and being within nature. Both cultures, whether it's the Blackfoot people of the Great Plains or the Kwakawka'wakw tribe in the northwest coast of Canada, they present or view themselves within the power, strength, and goodness of the Thunderbird. The Blackfoot tribe establishes their endurance through the belief of the Thunderbird, the sun, the moon, and the morning star, as well as the four directions of the earth. When one looks at the Tipi model at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, at first, we may just see a beautiful and small laid out tipi decorated in various colors with circles and a strange looking bird with zigzag lines. But beyond this simple illustration, there is a complex history of the Blackfoot culture and the people of the past. The Tipi model conveys a profound ideology about the world around us, and it illustrates a strong concept about certain cosmological beliefs of First Nation people in the United States and in Canada.